blood-soaked world of international drug cartels, for the top cops of U.S. law enforcement, Joaquín Guzmán was public enemy number one.
The world's richest, most notorious drug kingpins broke out of prison.
Former cartel leader is considered one of the most dangerous drug traffickers in the world.
He earned that status by putting more narcotics on American streets than anyone in history.
Imagine a prison so secure that even the guards believed escape was impossible.
Joaquín Guzmán Loera, better known as El Chapo, broke out of his cell by crawling through a hole in the shower.
Concrete walls, watchtowers, armed patrols, surveillance everywhere.
So getting him was a big deal for you.
Absolutely. In my world, it was like winning the Super Bowl, winning the World Series.
Now imagine one man escaping it. Not once, but twice. And the second time, he vanished so completely that authorities couldn't even agree how he did it. This is the unbelievable true story of El Chapo, the man who broke out of the world's most secure prison 2 times and humiliated an entire nation. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán wasn't just another criminal. He was the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful drug organizations in history. At his peak, El Chapo controlled drug routes across continents. He bribed officials, outsmarted rivals, and survived countless manhunts.
The escape of Chapo Guzman translates into 2 things: more violence for Mexico and more drugs coming into the United States.
But in 1993, after years on the run, he was finally captured. The Mexican government declared victory. El Chapo was sent to Puente Grande prison, a maximum security facility designed to hold the country's most dangerous inmates. The public was told he will never escape. They were wrong. Inside Puente Grande, El Chapo didn't riot. He didn't threaten guards. He didn't try to break walls. He waited for 8 years. During that time, something strange happened. El Chapo wasn't treated like a normal prisoner. He had private rooms, visitors at odd hours, access to areas no inmate should reach. Guards were being bribed. Officials looked the other way. And then, one quiet night in 2001, El Chapo disappeared. No alarms, no gunfire, no chaos. At first, guards assumed he was somewhere inside the prison, until they checked the cameras. El Chapo had hidden inside a laundry cart, covered with dirty clothes, wheeled straight past security, rolled out the front gate, and into history. Mexico was stunned. The most wanted man in the country had simply walked out. For 13 years, El Chapo vanished. In 2014, after years of international pressure, Mexican authorities finally caught him again. This time, they swore, never again. El Chapo was transferred to Altiplano Prison, officially known as Federal Social Readaptation Center No. 1. It was called the most secure prison in Mexico. Here's what made it escape-proof: reinforced concrete walls, motion sensors under every cell, 24/7 armed guards. Prisoners monitored every minute, cells inspected constantly. El Chapo's cell was watched more closely than any other. Cameras tracked his movements. Guards recorded when he stood, when he slept, when he showered. This time, escape was impossible. Or so they thought. On July 11, 2015, El Chapo followed his usual routine. He ate dinner. He paced his cell. He stepped into the shower, the only place without a camera for privacy reasons. Guards watched him disappear behind the shower wall. Minutes passed. Then more minutes. Something felt wrong. When guards entered the cell, El Chapo was gone.
Tunnels. Through a tunnel.
Used by El Chapo.
Tunnel King.
The master of tunnels.
El rey de los túneles.
Prince of tunnels.
It's a magnificent feat of architecture and engineering being used to smuggle drugs.
In the shower floor was a small square hole. Beneath it, a ladder. And below that, a tunnel. This wasn't just any tunnel. It was a mile-long engineering project, more than 5 feet tall, reinforced with beams, electrically lit, ventilated, equipped with a motorcycle on rails. The tunnel ran directly from El Chapo's shower to a house under construction outside the prison. Someone had mapped the prison perfectly. Someone knew the exact layout. Someone knew exactly where his cell would be. This wasn't luck. It was a masterpiece. And it meant one terrifying thing. The world's most secure prison had been compromised from the inside, again. Mexico was humiliated. International media mocked the escape. Officials resigned. The prison director was arrested. How could this happen? Twice. How could one man outsmart an entire government? The answer was uncomfortable. El Chapo didn't just escape prisons. He owned the system around them. For 6 months, he vanished again, and the world watched. In January 2016, after a violent raid in Los Mochis, El Chapo was captured for the final time. This time, Mexico refused to take chances. He was extradited to the United States. Locked inside ADX Florence, the most secure prison in America, a place so strict that escape has never happened. El Chapo now spends 23 hours a day in isolation. No contact, no opportunity. For the first time, there was no tunnel, no cart, no escape. El Chapo escaped the impossible, twice. Not because he was invisible, but because power, money, and corruption can bend even the strongest walls. So here's the real question. Was El Chapo a criminal genius, or proof that no prison is truly secure when the system itself is broken? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you want more true stories where history feels stranger than fiction, subscribe.